Introduction football has a way of turning into Saturday afternoon theater, but every so often it gives us a scene that belongs in a novel. In the final throes of the transfer window, what looked like a carefully choreographed Spurs sweep has suddenly become a North London heist. Cue Eberechi Eze, a Gooner at heart, pound 60M on the table. With £10 million in add-ons and Tottenham left clutching paperwork that never quite made it to the pen. The twist nobody saw coming just when Tottenham thought they'd spent 10 days sealing a deal. Arsenal breezed in at the 11th hour and pragmatically lobbed the cash across the table. If you squint, you can almost hear Daniel Levy gnashing his teeth back in N17. That isn't just bad luck for Spurs. It's classic transfer window theater. Served with a side of schadenfreude. From Palace star to Emirates ambition, Eze has been Crystal Palace's standout, carrying so much of their creative weight last season with 14 goals and a knack for turning big moments into headlines. Signed from QPR for under £20 million in 2020, he's now poised to make the move for roughly triple that fee. Palace's release clause may technically have been a thing of the past, but Arsenal clearly know what top-tier talent costs and how satisfying it is to do it to your neighbors. Why Arsenal are pushing hard this isn't panic buying. Arsenal aren't short on attackers. Martinelli, Trossard, Madueke, and a newly committed Ethan Nwaneri are all pieces in Arteta's puzzle. But Kai Havertz's knee issue has upset the balance. And Eze offers something different, a player who can drift between the lines, add goals, and give the front line a fresh shape. He's not just another body for rotation. He's a tactical option that changes how opponents have to defend. Why Spurs were always vulnerable. Tottenham had a deal they thought was done after a prolonged negotiation period. But some deals aren't about money alone. They're about hearts and allegiances. Eze has long been linked with a soft spot for the red half of North London. And once the Emirates dial rang, Spurs prospects evaporated. It's a bit like trying to win someone back who's already booked the honeymoon. Awkward and futile. Palace's awkward last act, Oliver Glasner insists, Eze will still start Palace's Europa Conference League tie. But let's be honest, this feels like watching a man perform while one foot is already out the door. Palace fans will be furious, sure, but under the frustration sits a sense of inevitability. At least they walk away with a healthy check and memories of him upsetting the best teams. A defining moment of the window, if Arsenal wrap this up before September 1st. It ranks as one of the transfer window's standout moments. Not because they desperately needed the signing, but because they stole it from their nearest rivals. Arsenal bolster an already dangerous attack and hand Arteta another creative weapon. Tottenham, meanwhile, are left recalibrating and nursing a Madison-shaped hole without the creative lifeline they'd hoped for. Closing so North London leans red again. Arsenal fans get another reason to smile. Spurs have to go back to the drawing board and pretend they didn't see it coming. Eberechi Eze looks set to head home, and, as ever in this part of town, Tottenham never really stood a chance.